Classic Plastik here, and today we'll be reviewing Nyko's extended battery for the Nintendo 3DS. I picked this up from a very popular electronics store, and the reason I got it was because I've been playing the 3DS a lot lately, and I've been noticing that I'm getting about like 6 hours of 6 to 10 hours of play when I'm using it for extended periods of time, especially when I have the 3D feature going on. It gets about 6 hours, and then when I don't, it gets about 10. I picked this up for about $10, and we're gonna review this, and we're basically gonna do sort of a walkthrough on how to install this on your Game Boy. So let's see what it brings inside. So we're opening the box right now, and it comes with the battery, of course, and a little warning / instruction booklet. Now, the only thing that might be kind of a burden about this extended battery is that it's thicker than the one the 3DS brings. And I'll show you the one the 3DS brings. Alright, so let's get started with unscrewing the battery cover off the 3DS. You'll need a Phillips head screwdriver, and it'll probably be a precision one. And like the warning does say, you have to be very careful with not unscrewing the 3DS too quickly, because you can strip or damage the screws on the 3DS. And not only that, if you're going to keep the 3DS for a while, you definitely don't want any scratches on this. And another reason I got the extended battery is because on my Game Boy SP, when you play it, basically it opens up like that, and then your hands are always sweating, and they're always on the back of this. So I actually sweated off the serial number off my SP, so I'm basically doing this as a precautionary measure, and just because I'll have to charge the DS less with bigger battery capacity. So let's unscrew these, and let's see what's under this, guys. So I unscrewed it. Make sure you don't lose these screws. Like I said, you want to keep this as in good condition as you can, and those screws do make a difference to a buyer in the future. So just an easy way to take the top off is pop open your SD card slot, and then just stick your finger in there, and it'll pop right out. Alright, so with the 3DS top taken off, I would highly suggest you put this in a little plastic bag and put it somewhere safe, just so you don't lose it or break it or crack it, because after all, this does have the serial number of your 3DS. Moving right along to the 3DS, right here you have your battery. Just pop that off. It should come right out. And take your brand new extended battery, and it already has the molding right here for where it's going to sit in here, and it already comes in with the screws already in there. So all you have to do is just screw it back in there, and it should sit there pretty well. Now, this battery only came out in black, so with me having a red 3DS, it's gonna be a little more noticeable than you guys that got the jet black 3DS. But let's screw this in, and let's see if the battery really does work, or it really does last twice as long as the normal 3DS battery. And it better, just because this is a 3DS battery and this is the Nyko battery, so you can see how it protrudes a little more. But let's screw this in and let's see what we got. Alright, so putting in the last screw. One of the problems I was running into with this was that you have these little bumpers right here, the corners. Make sure the battery is sitting flush with the 3DS finish right here, just because I had a little bit of space here and it wasn't fitting right, but it's on, and you can now see that my 3DS looks a little more bulkier than it did before. So there's the battery. According to the booklet, it's supposed to last twice as long, so let's see if it works. And right now, what game do we have in there? We have Resident Evil Revelations, so let's see if this thing powers on. And it does. So as you can see, it powers on perfectly. It gives you about 20 hours of gameplay, about 16 hours of gameplay with the 3D screens running constantly. And as you can see, I like this better just because I'm not sliding the 3DS on the tables on this nice cover. It's sitting on this rubber finish, and it has these little feet on there. They're like little dots. But basically, you know, I'm not gonna mind if I set it on the table where it slides a little on the battery, because of course this battery sticks out a lot more than the feet on the 3DS, so most of the scratching and wear and tear is going to be on the battery, which like I said, only cost me $9, and if I really want another one I can go out and buy it. But I highly recommend it. If you don't mind having a bulkier 3DS, go out and get it. It's really nice, and not only that, it makes the 3DS feel a lot more comfortable, because back here, I don't know if you can see it, but it has these two pillars that are indented, and basically when you play, your thumb just lays in there, and it feels great. You know, it adds some weight to it, which in my personal opinion, I like weight to my things. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this review, and if you have any questions, just drop me a message and I'll try to answer it as best as I can. Thanks for watching Classic Plastik, guys.